All right, so these are in no particular order of importance or whatever. And this list is by no means exhaustive. It's just, the first things that came to my mind. Again, this is all based off of personal experience. And I just want to say this before I go any further. I don't want y'all, to get this impression that, I'm this pickup artist, lady killer, you feel me, Mac Daddy player or whatever. I ain't got no game. I really don't. You feel me? I have been fortunate enough that I don't know. Y'all call it aura, y'all call it Riz or whatever. You feel me? I have benefited, in most of my, dealings with the fair sex that I really never had to work that hard. You feel me? I just sort of had to let it be known that, you feel me, I was available. And if I could find it, I'm gonna put this meme up there where it showed, like this old medieval painting where, the devil was just like picking up somebody and just taking them away, and was like, that's basically, been my relationships. It's just, somebody saying you. And I'm like, all right, I'm down. But anyway, I digress, man. So let's just jump right into this, man. And it's funny because I said that these are in no order of importance, but this might be the most important one, to keep it a buck, is that she will make time for you. You dig? Even if she don't have the time, she will find the time. Whether that's, time for a phone call, time for texts, time for obviously for in-person meetups or whatever the case may be. She wants to be around you. You understand? She's going to find a way to not have to go more than, a couple days without hearing from you, at least. You dig what I'm saying? So, and it's been my experience that some girls, are a little bit more forward than others. They don't have a problem being proactive and being, hey, me and the girls, we gonna be here on this day at this time. You feel me? You want to come hang or whatever the case may be. And then you got some other girls, who may not be as forward, but you feel me, they'll put out, they'll give you signs to let you know. They'll give you hints. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, me and my girls were supposed to hang, but they flaked on me. I ain't got nothing to do this weekend. I'm just gonna be in the house by myself, probably watch some movies in my drawers or something or whatever. She may or may not mention that she's in her drawers, but if she mentioned that she's in her drawers, that's a whole nother conversation that this video ain't even getting into. But I digress, fam. She made, you got any plans this weekend? Anything interesting happening with you? All of that is signs that, she wants to be around you. You understand? And listen, I'm not saying to do no dickhead move like, planning a movie date on her abuela's 80th birthday or whatever to, to prove a point. You dig? But what I am saying is that what I am saying is that I'll put it this way, if one, just scratch all of that, the last like 10 seconds. If every time you suggest in some way, shape, or form of hanging out, or if you're always the initiator of conversation, I say a good rule of thumb is like a good 2, at the max 3 days. You feel me? If she can go 3 days without hearing from you, without, calling or texting or DMing you first, then you feel me, she probably, ain't into you like that. And if after a couple of weeks or so, right, every time you suggest to go out, oh, look at this smooth nigga with this Stacey Adams suit walking past. Y'all might see him in my camera in a minute. The nigga look like he going to the player haters ball. But anyway, you know, if every time you suggest, you feel me, to hang out in some way, some capacity, there's always a reason why she can't, then she probably ain't that into you. I'm not saying that all hope, and listen, I'm not saying that if she don't text you after 3 days, all hope is lost, especially if you just cop the digits. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you just got her number. But what I am saying is that if, you know, if this goes on, if this persists for a while and you're always the initiator, she probably ain't that into you. But you dig. If the opposite is the case, it's a pretty good indicator that she's into you. And believe you me, the more time, because like I said before, men love what they see, but women love how they feel. You understand? And the more time that she gets to spend with and around you, she's going to become more proactive about spending more time with and around you, because you make her feel good. You should take that, you feel me, as a positive sign. Which gets me now into this second point, is that she will tell her friends, not your friends. She will tell her friends about you. You feel me? Welcome to the group chat, nigga. Y'all know what the group chat is, right? The group chat is where egos go to die. I'll put it that way. You understand what I'm saying? She won't be afraid to share you with the people that she considers close. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking about, you know, her Twitter mutuals or anything like that. I'm talking about her homegirls. I'm talking about her ride or dies. You understand what I'm saying? The people that, you understand, are going to thoroughly examine you. You understand what I'm saying? Upon meeting you. You know, they may not grill you, they may not interrogate you, but, you know, they will definitely be on the lookout to see if you on the up and up. You dig what I'm saying? Which, you know, kind of gets me. And before I get into the next point, let me make this point. Once she starts talking to family about you, you feel me? Once she starts talking to, you know, her sisters, which her sisters may or may not be in that whole group chat, you feel me, dynamic. But once she starts talking, you feel me, to family, once she, you know, once they know about you, yeah, you pretty much in there, bruh. You understand what I'm saying? You better seal that deal ASAP. You know what I mean? But getting into this this next point is you know, body language. And it's not just her body language, but the body language of the people around her. Going back to the group chat, you understand what I'm saying? If and when you get around her friends, you feel me, look at them looking at her. You know what I mean? Look at the way that they look at each other. You understand? Look at how they communicate among themselves about you. And that should be a pretty good indicator. Again, they're not going to be looking all doe-eyed at you because, you feel me, they ain't the ones that you trying to talk to, and they ain't really trying to, you know, ideally they ain't trying to, you know, snatch you out from underneath, you know, they homegirls' nose anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But you dig, there's it's kind of hard for me to explain, but you can tell when people, you ever walk into a room and you feel like all eyes are on you? You understand? Even when they're not, you just feel like, you know, you just feel eyes on you. It's going to be something similar to that. You understand what I'm saying? And they're going to communicate among themselves, you feel me, about you. You dig what I'm saying? Specifically when it comes to her, you know, one thing is, you know, she laughs at all your jokes. Nigga, you ain't that funny. You understand what I'm saying? But if she finds basically everything you have to say amusing in some way, shape, or form, You'll notice, you feel me, that she'll do stuff like playing with her hair if she has long hair. She'll do stuff like mirroring your body movements. You dig? You'll catch her, with lingering glances towards you, that wide-eyed look, that doe-eyed look that people get. You understand, when they get lost in someone's eyes. You feel me? You might catch her, her eyes turning away. You dig what I'm saying? From looking at you for too long if y'all not talking, like actively talking back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? Because she don't want to get caught getting lost in your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? One, I guess this all depends on how familiar you are with the person. You feel me? If y'all have started out as friends, the whole, physical touch thing might be different. You understand what I'm saying? I know for me personally, I've always been a person that I don't like to be, even, at my age now, I don't like being touched. You understand what I'm saying? I'll tell you a story about this one girl. She was cute too, and I wasn't trying to talk to her or anything. She was a friend of mine, actually. And we was all hanging or whatever or whatnot, and she wasn't quite drunk, but she was a little bit tipsy, right? And we was laughing or whatever, and again, that lingering look, getting lost, in my eyes without saying anything, and she touched my face, with that doe-eyed look, and I, caught her hand real quick. It wasn't, aggressive or anything, and it was just like, like a instinct thing, because like I said, I don't like being touched. You understand what I'm saying? I've kind of talked in the past about why I have issues, you feel me, with people touching me without permission. But there are certain spots where she'll touch you where it's like, you feel me, you don't touch somebody there unless, you feel me, specifically I'm thinking of, touching your hands, touching your chest, touching your thigh, definitely. And if her hand stays there for a while, like, she might brush up against you. You understand what I'm saying? But most definitely, if her hands linger in one of those more, personal places, you feel me, thigh, chest, face, hands, it's probably a pretty good sign that she's attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of smiling, a lot of giggling. You dig? For those of y'all of the fairer skin, probably start blushing, all of that and whatnot. So yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. The next one is she will cook for you. and I don't necessarily mean specifically cooking for you. I just use that as an example because, again, like I said, I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't have game. I know a lot of y'all think I'm capping, with these stories about, these, women in my life. But there was this one girl that, stayed on my floor freshman year. I thought she was Latina at first, but come to find out, she was half Korean, half white. And, she had knocked on my door one day, with this container of, her family's recipe or whatever and whatnot that she had cooked. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, I scarfed that joint down because, I mean, when you living off of, well, I mean, growing up in the hood, the oodles and noodles is like a staple food. But y'all know what I mean, when you were eating nothing but oodles and noodles and granola bars, man, that rice and curry that she made, that hit the spot. And I told my sister about it, and my sister, she was the one that told me that. In my sister's words, she said, yeah, she was trying to get a taste of the chocolate. You understand? Did she offer anybody else any food? I said, I don't know. And she was like, yeah, she she was trying to talk to you. But anyway, I say that to say, you feel me, there's gonna come a point where she wants to prove to you how much better off your life is with her in it as opposed to out of it. And as a result, she's going to do, you know, these seemingly random acts of kindness, like, you know, cooking for you out of the blue. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, even if she don't cook, you know, offering, you know, to pay for your meals. You dig what I'm saying? Doing small little gestures, you understand, that she feels like you'll appreciate or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so point number, I think this is 4, if I'm not mistaken, is that, remember what I said before about, you feel me, asking questions. And I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent real quick. It's so interesting to me the way that men and women are socialized, that I literally got to sit up here and to tell y'all, you understand what I'm saying, to, if you like a person, that you should ask them questions about themselves. You understand what I'm saying? But women, typically, you don't have to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Women just do it. You dig what I'm saying? And again, it all comes back to socialization. You dig what I'm saying? We, like I said before, men fall in love with what they see. And that's all we're shooting. If we just go, all we want is to get in them draws. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way that we're conditioned. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way that we're trained to understand. You understand what I'm saying? The dynamic between men and women. You know, we're trained to objectify women. You dig? Whereas, you know, you don't really got to explain to a woman why, if she likes a person, she should ask questions to get to know them. So my point being that point number 4 is she will ask questions. You understand what I'm saying? She will ask questions to get to know you, you know, what makes you tick. And I tend to understand the question asking process in terms of time, right? First, I'm going to ask about your present. You feel me? You know, your interest, your hobbies, your taste in music, your taste in movies. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a big reader, you know, what kind of books do you read? You dig? If it's applicable, whatever the word, you know, what do you do for work? You understand what I'm saying? Do you like your work? You feel me? Do you want to stay at your job? You understand what I'm saying? Then once we get past that phase, then it becomes asking questions about the future. You feel me? What do you want to do with your life? You dig? What do you want to do with that major of yours? Again, if it's applicable. Quite possibly, do you want to start a family when you settle down? And this ain't necessarily saying that I want to be the one to start the family with you. It's just, you know, I'm trying to get inside your head. I'm trying to get to know what makes you tick. You understand what I'm saying? Would you want to have kids when you get to that point in life? You understand? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? You understand? And then this last part, y'all, there's a better than good chance that y'all might not even get to this point until after you seal the deal. And that's asking questions about the past. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, call me paranoid, but personally, if you deviate from the order, I'm not saying that my order is the one and only order, but if you deviate from the order, like for instance, if the first thing you start talking about is my past, right? The first thing you want to know is, oh, you know, what do your exes think about you? You know, well, I heard this, that, and the third thing about you and whatever. Some people is just nosy, man. You understand what I'm saying? You're not even giving me a chance. You already, you know, ready to interrogate. You understand what I'm saying? That's a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a whole other video about red flags. That's a red flag right there that I ain't even bring up in that one. But yeah, you start asking, you know, personal stuff like that a little too early into the joint. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, that don't sit right with me, bucko. And while I'm on it, man, you'll be surprised. And this is why I say, you know, all of you women hating, misogynistic, dry dick mofos, you understand what I'm saying? All of you niggas out here that, you know, assume that, you know, oh, these women just be trying to get you caught. They just be trying to trap you. You know, they be lying and blah, 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 blah. Y'all don't talk to enough women, man. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you that this is how I know that y'all don't talk to women. You feel me? Because let me tell you something. You'll be surprised how when a woman trusts you, when a woman feels safe around you, when she feels safe in your presence, and when she feels safe talking to you, you'll be surprised how intimate the information, you feel me? Bruh, let me tell you something. And this is how I found out, you know, don't ever tell me nothing about you know, how nasty men can be. Women are just as freaky as we are, man. I'm trying to tell you, they just as freaky, they just as horny, you feel me? A lot of them, they bigger goons than us. They be gooning harder than us, you understand what I'm saying? But they know how to keep it discreet. They don't make that their, well, I don't know, Sexy Red has entered the chat. But for the most part, they don't make that their entire personality. You understand what I'm saying? But more important than that, what I found out, and this is why I'm such why I'm so big on this, right? Is that just about every woman that I've had that close enough of a relationship with, you feel me? Romantic, platonic, family even, has experienced some form of assault. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They have been groped. They have been, you know, somebody forced a kiss on them. You understand what I'm saying? You know, they was at the gym and somebody, you know, walked past, you know, and smacked them on the ass or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Have been in situations with guys where, you know, they felt like their only way, you know, got pressured into doing something with them, you know, got pressured into doing something, you feel me, sexual with them, and they felt like that was their only way out. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all be surprised, man. Matter of fact, I'll tell y'all this one story. This homegirl of mine back in Philly, right? I met her when we were working, I'm not gonna call the name of it, but we were working for this agency for disabilities, right? For disability rights. And part of it, you know, there was two offices, the office where we worked, and then there was another office that was, you know, more so like a resource office or whatever and whatnot. And one day I and one of my other homeboys from Philly, we all worked together, and we're riding the elevator up, right? And we get to our floor, and there's this dude, he got some stuff going on, he got some, mental disability going on. I don't know exactly what he had going on, but it was pretty obvious that he had something going on with him. And he walked past and he went into, the office that I'm talking about, not the one that we worked in, but the other one. And she said to us, and she told us this story after he walked past about how maybe like a year prior, it was she and him on the elevator, and homie groped her. You feel me? Just grabbed her titties. You understand what I'm saying? And she ain't know what to do, one, because like I said, he wasn't all there mentally, and two, because, she was scared. Just keeping it a buck. You understand what I'm saying? And she just let him until the elevator ride was over. You understand what I'm saying? And he went about his business, and she went back to our office. I wasn't working there at the time, but she went back to our office, told her bosses, and her bosses, powwowed together, came back and pretty much told her, we gonna leave it alone. We gonna leave it alone because, he got but lack of better, long story short, because of politics, right? We're gonna leave it alone because of, we don't want to mess up our grant money, basically. And a lot of y'all will never hear stories like that because, again, y'all don't put yourselves in position where a woman can trust you. And I got a million stories like that, man. Y'all don't put yourselves in position in order for a woman to trust. Y'all just so laser focused on getting in the draws that y'all not trying to get into a woman's head. Y'all feel me? Y'all not trying. Y'all see her womanhood, but you don't see her humanity. And so she ain't stupid. She ain't gonna reveal this kind of information to somebody who she don't trust. You dig? So again, she'll ask you questions, and some of the answers to the questions you may have had, you may have questions about her exes. You may have questions about how things. You'll be surprised. You feel me? The information that people are willing to just volunteer when they trust you. And the last point, I'm gonna wrap up on this and say that the biggest telltale sign that a woman is into you is that she will tell you, nigga. I'm not joking about that. You understand what I'm saying? A woman knows when she's looking at a good thing, right? Especially if she's had bad experiences in the past. I know a lot of you niggas, I don't know what this thing is about y'all, have this insecurity, about dating women who, have had bad partners. I don't know what this thing is about, I made a whole video about that. I don't know what y'all, y'all got to get off the internet, man. But especially if she has had bad experiences in the past, you feel me, those lessons, you feel me, like one of my OGs, used to tell me, a mistake ain't a mistake unless you don't learn from it, right? And based on the lessons that she's learned from, past relationships, she knows a good thing when she sees it. And sooner or later, she's going to attempt to lock it down in one way, shape, or form. Again, some girls are a little more forward than other ones. You dig? Matter of fact, I'll tell you the story of how me and my wife ultimately sealed the deal, right? There was a mutual acquaintance of ours that I had, we had talked for a little bit, years prior. You understand what I'm saying? And my wife, you feel me, was aware of that. And so one day, I'm out taking myself out on a date at this Italian spot. And we're texting back and forth as I'm sitting there at the table, and she texts me and she says, I just want to know, do you still have feelings for so-and-so? And I text her back and said, no, I haven't thought about them like that in literally years, man. And she started grilling me. She started grilling me like, well, did y'all ever kiss? Did y'all ever, mess around? Did y'all, this, that, and the third or whatever? And I'm like, nah, we ain't. Like, when I say we literally just talked, that's all we did was talk. You understand what I'm saying? But I understood why she did that, and that's because that let me know that she wanted to be with me, but she needed to be sure that she wasn't going to be second place. You feel me? The last thing you want to do is make a woman feel like you're silver medal. She don't y'all understand what I'm saying? A woman doesn't ever, that's one thing about women, man, is that they will hold out for somebody who considers them, you know, the top of the pops. You understand, right? Whereas men, we don't got a problem being we don't got a problem being second, third place. You understand? I still made the podium, right? You understand what I'm saying? We don't got a problem with that. Well, initially you may have some problem with that later on, but women don't like that, right? A woman never wants to be the silver medal, and she needed to be sure that she wasn't going to be, you know, the also ran. You understand what I'm saying? And that told me that I had sealed the deal. You understand what I'm saying? But for one reason or another, I didn't think enough to seal the deal right then. But, you know, maybe a week or two later, you feel me, I was catching the train, or on my way catching the train to go home from work. And I saw this diminutive couple. I use the phrase diminutive because the word that I used back then, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think that's the appropriate term anymore. But I texted her and I said, you know, there's this diminutive couple walking down the street, and you know, talking about, you know, how cute they look together. And so she texts me back and says, well, you know, I think that we would make a cute couple if we were. And you feel me, dummy light goes on, and I just like, all right, you want to do it, you want to, you know, go steady. And she said yeah. You feel me? And we've been together ever since, man. So yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna have a whole video later on down the line about you know, the friend zone, or developing feelings for a friend or whatever. But the point that I'm trying to get at is that, you feel me, if she's really sold on you, she's gonna, at some point, she's gonna lock you down. You understand what I'm saying? It may not be the way that my wife did, or at least attempted to. It may be, you know, I don't know. Everybody has their different ways, man. But at some point, she's going to attempt to lock you down, and to let you know that, you feel me, I want to take the next step with you. So yeah, there y'all have it. Again, this list is by no means exhaustive. These are just like the biggest telltale signs that I've seen. So yeah, there you have it.